Welcome back for the third race of the day from Suzuka in this British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship presented by Engine Oils Direct. Andrew Woodhouse with you once again. I'm joined by Alex Simpson, who'll be along in a minute. But we have the championship standings for you with only at least 1.5 minutes left in the warm-up. After a very eventful second race also, Wojciech Swiatovic retains the championship lead by 21 points over Ashley Sutton, who won race 2 today. Stefan Hoog is third, ahead of Andreas Katz. Simon Field fifth, Russell Laidler sixth, Jamie Rushworth in seventh, Linus Brostrom eighth, Benjamin Gregory ninth, and David Baker in 10th. Alex, I'll bring you in, mate. Can you give us the qualifying standings and the grid order and your tip for the race?
Well, I'll give you my tip for the race. Unfortunately, we never get the final qualified standings. We won't know until they swap over.
Do you know that Peter Van Hul's on pole now?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, we can't. I don't get to see too much of that. I see what's on screen, and that's it. So unless I go delving into the iRacing screen, which I'm sure the viewers don't want to watch. My tip for the race, I'm gonna say, ooh, this is a tough one. I really think. I actually think Lopez might do this one. I know he's got start away back, but I actually got a feeling that he's going to go through some of those guys really quickly at the start. Very, very tough. Let's keep an eye out for that. That would be an epic result if he manages to do that.
I think someone like Tom Stanley's got every chance. Looked really fast so far. He's had a couple of incidents in the last race, but I think he's got the chance to, as Richardson mounts the pit entry there, that was great. I think Wojciech's got a chance. I think that Lopez, Ashley Sutton again. We need to watch for him coming from 20th place. It's going to be tough, but like I say, if anybody can make 19 overtakes, it'll be Ashley Sutton, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, point was proven in the last race actually how much ground he made up so quickly. That's the thing. I think that's going to be key. We'll keep an eye out on the cars that get such a good a start. We saw Sutton actually, he made a break really quickly to the middle of the circuit, so we knew how quick he was.
That's 10 rows back here though. Wonder what his mindset is. Will he be the calm, controlled Ashley Sutton of race 2? Will he be Sutton of race 1? Who knows, he might need a bit of both in order to win this race. 24 more laps to go. We're about 5 seconds away until the lights go red and the revs start to rise here.
Just waiting for Gregory to take to the start-finish line.
And he has. And the green light is on. Van Hul got a decent start, wobbling around a little bit, but it's Linus Brostrom from the outside of the front. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Big contact behind. Oh, it's a melee. Big melee. Huge. Sutton's involved. And the safety car is deployed.
Had to. Second one we've seen.
Oh, and they're still crashing around.
Absolutely massive crash.
That's huge.
That reminds me of the World Championship race I was involved in.
Sutton's just trying to make it back round to the pace car and he's crashed into the wall. The car's undrivable. The man who's
that
second.
As well? Someone else struggling out there as well.
The man who's second in the championship. All started, didn't it? I mean, it looked like Van Hul taken out, was he? Oh, look. If you can get a good view of this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was Newman, wasn't it? I think. Yeah, Peter Newman outbraked himself. Tagged. Van Hul spins the catcher car into the middle of the track. And then he was hit by... Oh dear. Big mess. It was a big mess. Ben Palmer it was who was hit by it, and then it all just kicked off.
I'm just stuck for words on that one. I just watched the replay back and just wow, everything is everywhere. It's just crazy, just mental. But yeah, I was saying it reminds me of my World Championship race that I did there a couple of seasons back, where cars were flying everywhere. But I have to say that even that wasn't a patch on what we've just seen here.
Jamie Rushworth, Alex, flew round the outside through the gravel to avoid the Karcher car right in the middle of the road. He was so close to it, once again being a first lap casualty. Katz and Baker and Stanley, they were all involved. Well, Baker went around the outside and pretty much missed everything. Sutton definitely didn't, he was involved. Lopez was in there, all the championship contenders, Simon Field. My goodness, we'll have to count the casualties.
Yeah, just looking at the positions now as they filter out after the pace cars come out. Lights are still on. See what it does as it crosses the line. I expect it will probably be coming in at the end of this lap.
Daniel Craft, yeah, as the lights go off on the pace car. Daniel Craft leads. Jamie Rushworth second from 12th on the grid. This is the sort of race he needs, isn't it? And Newman in third, so Newman, who started all that, comes out of it third position.
Yeah, and we've got
Stefan Hoog in fourth as well. He'll be in a great position to win this race, I think, as well.
Got a lot of cars in the pits right now as well. You can see them all streaming in there at the moment, so everybody just getting their fast repairs. They're going to be right at the back. Lopez is going to drop right down. Actually, it looks like he might have left the session, so he's out. Tom Stanley, Ashley Sutton looks like he's out as well.
So in the pits, Palmer, Hunt, Wild,
Burton, Graham, Bond, Slominski, Field.
One of the laser cars has got awful damage. Richardson might have got away with that. There's one of the laser cars in Ripolina. Absolute mess. About 6 inches shorter than he started out with. A lot of the laser cars got involved. Graham, like you say, Bond.
There's a lot of them still haven't been released from the pits yet as well. Pace cars almost around.
What's it like on tows here? Are there any fast tows available, or?
Well, there are, but there were so many actual physical, damage to where they couldn't continue. They actually have to get towed back to the pits. Although the repair will be instant, they've still got to wait all that time. So they're going to drop a lap down here.
In fact, I'm not sure the repairs were instant. Field.
Craft's gone. Great jumped. Rushworth Doe's in there. He's already 1 second behind.
They're going to catch guys coming out of the pits, Alex, as well, potentially here. Might be alright on that one. Craft into turn one then. Great opportunity for Daniel Craft and Engine Oils Direct as there's the more contact.
Yeah, heard a little bit of something in the background, but
it was one of the cars just pulling off to the side there. What a chance for Jamie Rushworth, and what a chance for Stefan Hoog. Make up some positions in the championship. Andreas Katz 5th. Guess where David Baker is, Alex? 6th again. Richard Wild, Russell Laidler. It's funny because most of the guys involved in the championship fight actually missed all that stuff. Somehow, Baker, Laidler, Sviridovic, Rostrom kind of was involved.
Rush was having a look around the outside. Craft just gives him just enough room, goes in a bit deep.
Too fair for Peter Newman now, actually. Up in 4th place, just been passed by Stefan Hoog. And he's got Andreas Katz behind. I can't see Katz staying in that position for too long. David Baker.
And Newman's got all sorts of damage on the front end of that Kia as well.
Only a matter of time, you think. But he's defending well. There's only one line through a lot of these corners.
Rushworth looking very racy. He wants to get by quick. He knows that Hoog is on him already now as well.
I think he not only wants to, Alex, I think he needs to. One of these races, you get a few of these in the season, don't you, where you get to seize the opportunity and take some points out of the championship leaders. Wojciech's only 9th at the moment. Sutton's out of it completely. I'm not even sure if he came back on. I think he's gone. So we've lost, it looks like, or at least they've been lapped. Gregory, Field, Saltalamacchia, Lopez, Burton, Whiteford, Smolenski, Hunt, Carroll, Palmer, Sutton and Stanley. Stanley, one of my picks for the race, out already. That's typical.
Commentators curse, I'm afraid. I think we killed all of our picks on that one.
Daniel Craft would be slightly fortunate if he doesn't get a slowdown penalty there, but I think he got away with it. Engine Oil's direct car looking to defend against Rushworth. He needs to go right to the inside. Can't even leave a car's width, otherwise he'll be there.
Yeah, Hoog not even looking. He knows that he can work more on his exit of his corner as he has a look up the inside
there's a bit of
Jamie here.
Rushworth hit the curb really hard. I don't know if you noticed, Alex, in turn 1. That can unsettle the car. Pushed him wide a bit. Rushworth looking for a different line, a creative line. Try and get past Daniel Craft.
Yeah, Craft not slow out there as well. Lap time's fairly reasonable as they come across.
51.8's
so
good. 51.8's very good. The other's slightly quicker. It's a bit of a train here. Newman actually is hanging on pretty decently. 52.1. Not too bad.
Yeah, Baker behind him. I think Baker might get a bit of a run this time. Has a look to the inside. Newman doesn't defend it.
And you see for the lead, Craft and Rushworth. Rushworth again going to the outside line. Is he going round him this time? Jamie Rushworth, he's going to have to try and... Oh, this is really good. He's got a good drive. Craft couldn't defend.
Straight through, Hoog had a look. See if he can make the move happen at exactly the same time. Nothing going. Katz sat in 4th place.
Jamie Rushworth up into the lead. Andreas Katz, P4. Katz is quick and he's up there in the championship, 4th place. This will help him out. You know, I wouldn't count him out with the chance of the title. He's got good pace.
Svidovic as well, sat in 9th place.
Got quite severe damage though, Alex.
He managed to survive. I think that was the important thing. And who's that just going off in front? That's Wild, actually.
Laidler in front of Wild, sorry. Yep.
He's going to lose both those places as well. So Svidovic up into 8th place there. So he's picking up places nicely. Good for the championship. So
you think that was a slowdown for Richard, do you think?
I don't know. I think he just got a little bit wide, to be honest, and had to get out of it on the grass out there.
These three now are going to attack Newman. Where's Laidler going to make the move? All these CQR guys pretty aggressive. Oh, and you see an example of that there.
Just as we flipped away for a very short second to have a little look at some action further back. Isn't it always the way?
I think I was just doing some background on the CQR team, and apparently a lot of them have come over from Xbox One, so a bit like ourselves, converted console racers. So I think that might be where some of the aggressiveness comes from. I think that'll get tamed over time.
Russell having a look down the inside. I think he's got this move done on Newman. Does indeed.
Good passing move there, though. You know, Laidler's got some pace. He's not up there. He's not fluking these top 10 results, is he?
No, again, another one of these consistent drivers. I go on about it all the time, consistency, but there's so many. The strength and depth of the series is actually quite remarkable. You really don't realise how many good drivers there are out there.
Wojciech's got all sorts of trouble with that car. Especially the front left looks horrible.
Hoog this time, he's basically pushing Craft down the main straight. He's got his nose up the inside, but he's had to tuck back in. Perhaps a little bit slow. Straight line speed.
He's going to be brave.
Look, nothing coming this time.
You've got to be very brave on the brakes there, Alex. Have you ever managed to make a move there? From not quite side by side?
No.
There you go. That's how hard it is.
Braking distance just far too short there.
Even in this car, I suppose.
Rushworth starting to pull away, 2.6 seconds in front now. Who knows? He needs to get by. He needs to get by us now. He's got any chance of catching him back up.
Skill level of these drivers, though, Alex, to run so close to one another, not hit each other most of the time, but run through the corners, having complete confidence in their opponent. You know, not to suddenly brake, not to spin out.
Again, Hoog's struggling. I don't know if he has the straight line speed. He has a look around the outside. Is he going to try and cut back? Kraft has it covered. Plants his car just where he needs to.
Oh, Hoog trying to force his way through. That's not going to happen. Oh, well, look. Andreas Katz almost saw an opening. Just the width of a Kia Optima there, but not quite. Stefan Hoog doesn't have any damage, though, Alex, so I wonder if he's just saving himself a little bit.
I don't think so. I think he wants to get by as quickly as possible. Just think when you look at the attitude of the car on the racetrack, see, he just wants to take tighter lines here, there and everywhere. This time you're going to need to get it done. I think Katz might get alongside as well this time. Could be 3 wide.
Oh, Hoog up against the wall! Like an IndyCar race, isn't it? All of them pulling over to the inside line to defend. Hoog, he's got to try and make it work somewhere. Again, he's just not close enough. If he manages to get alongside, he might have a chance of doing that. Into turn 4.
Svidovic and Wild starting to close in on this pack as well.
Wojciech's car still looks terrible. I'm not sure what happened to Newman. They dropped 4 seconds back off this pit. He's losing pace. Excuse me, as the tyres are going off. Struggling there. Linus Broström with a lot of damage. Van Hoel, who's actually recovered from that to 11th place, recovered from being hit off the track on the first lap. Then you've got the completely undamaged car of Aaron Gearing, which is an unusual sentence in itself. But Gearing in 12th place. That's Steve Hefford. Not seen anything of Hefford today, have we?
No, he's been very, very quiet out there as we just jumped back the camera to have a quick look of it. Also, we saw on screen that Jamie Rushworth putting in the fastest lap of the race, so he's in a fairly comfortable place out there, just extending that gap. 4.8 seconds it was when he crossed the line the last time.
So Hoog's gone through, and now it's up to him. Can he catch Jamie Rushworth? Not sure he's got enough time. He needs to make 4/10 a lap. Rushworth's last one was 51.3. There's no chance.
Just going to actually have a look at the overtakes. We missed it. Hoog went round the outside, just like Rushworth. And Katz had a little look, but nothing coming straight after that.
Daniel Kraft will need to just, consolidate this podium position now for Engine Oils Direct. They need a good result for the team's championship. They've not had a long look today. Not their best weekend meeting. Katz is looking everywhere for a pass, but where's he going to do it? I mean, it's got to be, you think, turn 1, but not if Andreas Katz has anything to do with it. He's not going to wait that long.
And actually what we've missed off camera as well is Svidovic up into 6th place, got past Laidler that previous lap as well. He's looking very quick out there.
Rushworth went through the gravel that time, hit 2 wheels the outside of turn 1. Kraft now defending right to the inside. Katz will take that inside line if you give him it, but
he stuck it in there. I have to say, Baker had an opportunity to get a move done on him there. Took the speed in, could have cut back, and actually Katz gets up the inside. Great driving
on Svidovic.
Awesome into that little corner, just bumps
Baker
wide there.
Where's Baker gone? Baker's gone off, hasn't he? Yep, big damage for David Baker, you can see to the right hand side of the car.
It's continuing on, see how that affects him. Down in 8th place now.
Oh yeah, the contact with Wojciech sent him into the barriers. He couldn't struggle now, but as we've seen, this Kia's very, very durable. It's not an FW31, is it?
No, exactly. They don't mind a little bit of rubbing out there.
4.5 is the lead for Jamie Rushworth then, so 7 laps to go after this one.
Hoog now 3.1 seconds clear from Katz, who's moved himself up.
Head of Kraft, so Svidovic is the next man. Wojciech's done extremely well considering the state of his car.
Sorry, Katz moved up the last lap, didn't we? We managed to catch that. So much going on, it's hard to know where to look and what to remember.
That's it, brilliant action again. And yeah, how has Wojciech done that with the car looking like that? It's a bit of a miracle for him. It looks horrible out there.
Yeah, it really doesn't look in good shape, but he's lining up another pass.
You wouldn't think he'd have any straight line speed at all with it looking like that.
Quite get as good a run as he wants. I think Kraft knows.
I think he is suffering with slight aero damage, Alex, but you know, it's making it work. I mean, sometimes I've had it where you get a knock in the early going and it actually improves the balance of the car.
Yeah, I've had that as well, especially when doing the oval race or something like that. It's surprising, actually. A little bit of extra toe on one side can make all the difference.
And Wojciech looks very quick through the corners. Doesn't have a lot of straight line speed. That's what you'd expect from a car that's pretty damaged. It's both front corners as well, isn't it? It's not just one of them. You see again gravel kicked up. I wonder if that was Rushwood just going a little bit wide.
Svidovic, he's got Laidler up the inside. This time he's going to need to stay tucked in on Kraft, get as much as slipstream as possible. Again,
he's just struggling for the top end grunt. Russell Laidler up the inside as they dive into turn 1 and then begin to climb up the hill through 2. Yeah, Wojciech's much quicker in the corners, but he unfortunately just doesn't have the grunt. Then you've got Richard Wilde in there behind, so Wilde hanging in there nicely.
Got a good battle here as well. Peter Van Goor, Aaron Gearin and Steve Hefford very, very close to each other. This battle for 12th, 13th and 14th.
Oh, and there's a bit of contact with Hefford and Gearin. Not disastrous. You've got Plumley there as well. We've not seen Plumley apart from getting destroyed in race 1 with a collision.
Yeah, Plumley, as we know,
to 15th.
Does some onboard streams and race recaps as well, so keep an eye out for him. Gives you a different view of the race as opposed to us commentating on it.
It's going to be interesting to watch Plumley's
Walker
videos this
making
week.
A move up the inside here of Linus. Gets that move done quite comfortably. DG car there.
Been a fairly decent meeting, I suppose, for DEG. They've not had the strength in numbers at the front like they maybe had the last couple of races, but definitely decent. Van Hool struggling now, though. That damage really hurting him. It seems as Hefford's there, Plumley's there, Ellis Stevens is there as well, an Elite 220 car. Another one surviving.
Hefford right into the back of Van Goor.
Oh, and then Plumley's off. Oh, and Stevens. I think I just cursed the hell out of Ellis Stevens there. As unfortunately,
those Elite 220 lads, they're just going to want to write this race off. What a shocking week for them.
I just commended the fact that he'd got the car to this point without any scratches on it, and yeah, there it goes. Speaking of Elite 220, Laura Bond 21st. She's not had a lot of luck today either, really. Even started from pole position in the last race, punted off the circuit. Oh, she's going up the inside of Whitehead. There, going to get that move done.
Just jumping back to this battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. It is pretty epic in there at the moment. Wild 3 wide down the main straight.
Goodness me.
And somehow Wojciech has got himself up into 4th. We completely missed that while in this battle further back.
Wilde's not actually going to go for that, is he? I thought he went, oh look, was there a tiny bit of contact with Kraft? And Laidler just get forced wide a little bit there. Oh no, I think he just outbraked himself. Go back and have a quick look at that. Just missed his braking point.
Svidovic needs to nail these next few corners. Gets a little bump from behind. That'll upset his rhythm just a fraction. Got 3 laps to go.
I've got to say, he's done a great performance. Oh, it's wide, very wide. Oh, and contact as he comes back on. Laidler.
I have to say, I think Laidler had that position done for there. He was really just going to get Svidovic, but just a little bit impatient. Couldn't wait to the start-finish line.
Wild needs to defend.
Wild's had a great race, actually, up to 5th.
Oh, Daniel Kraft very late on the brakes. Almost managed to surprise Laidler somewhat there. Wild a bit wide through 2. just gave Laidler a bit of an opportunity, but Laidler's quick. He just keeps getting these CQR guys just quick, but a bit error prone, Alex.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just they just need to think about the long haul, keep clocking up those points, do anything rash.
And look at what David Baker's doing. Yeah, he's not had a great pace in this race, but P8. Look at what Andreas Katz is doing. I know he's prone to throwing it off the track as well, but he's managed to pick up some great consistency in the last few rounds. Stefan Hoog's got it down to 1.6 now. There's only one lap to go.
Yeah,
look, Rushworth's getting killed by the traffic.
Just what I was about to say, traffic out there making all the difference to the last lap of this race, but I don't think
he'll be
Hoog's
okay.
going to get close enough.
One of the Karcher cars is in front. I think it's it's Jordan. Jordan's not going to get in the way. As round the final corner comes Jamie Rushworth, and he's going to take his first win of the season in BSRTC. Brilliant from him. Stefan Hoog, great second place, and Andreas Katz going to come home in third. Really good result for him and for Karcher. Wojciech Sridovic in fourth.
Look at the battle behind. It could
Wild.
be anyone's.
Wild just.
And Kraft, I think, got that one from Baker as well.
He did indeed.
Side by side into down that straight. Great racing all the way to the end.
That's a really good effort from Newman as well. 9th place. Awful damage. He did cause the first corner incident. I wonder if there'll be any repercussions with the stewards there. But he did drive a very good race after that. Steve Walker in 10th. Really good from him. His best finish for quite a while, I think, for DEG. Linus Brostrom in 11th. Aaron Gearing 12th. Peter Van Gool in 13th. Adam Terry 14th. Steve Hefford 15th. Plumley in 16th. Wilson 17th. Bond 18th. Whitehead. And then Paulina Richardson in 21st. Better result for him. Robert Graham 22nd. Niels Jordan finishes again 23rd. Halit Ertas a lap down in 24th. Then Dries Nice, John Roberts and Ben Gregory. We lost Stevens, Sautelamakia, Brock, Walker, Field, Burton, Whiteford, Hunt, Lopez, Malensky, Carroll, and also Palmer, Sutton, most importantly, and Stanley. Race.
Going to have a quick look at the events and see if I can get us a replay of the start once again, because that was just crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to have a quick look at that myself. It was certainly an interesting one, shall we say. I think I was going to go in the blimp to have a look at that. It's too high up. So Van Hool got quite a poor start compared to Brostrom. But then Pete Newman just... Newman's braking was terrible. And but in a way, that's what saved him, Alex. Hitting Van Hool almost got in that top 10 finish. You see... that,
just jumped up in the chopper, actually, just to have a quick look at it from up here, just to see what goes on.
Newman actually rally crosses it through the gravel after he's hit Van Hool.
Braked very, very early as well. I think that was the problem there for Van Gool. In fact, he braked so early, and that is what caused mayhem.
Oh, I don't know. Braked. Oh no, he did. Yeah, he did.
Very, very early.
I think it was a combination of both. I think Newman missed his braking point, but I think Van Hool did brake early as well, but that caused an almighty pile up. Who was going to be very hard to tell exactly who was caught up in that one, but I wonder if we can see what happened to Ashley Sutton, because he was in the middle of all that. He'd had a decent start off the line, not his best one, but up the middle he went. He was just alongside one of the Engine Oils Direct cars. Actually, yeah, he turns into the corner, pretty much 4 wide, but there's nothing he could do there. He got tagged by Lopez, actually, but he would have been involved in that anyway, to be honest. Those guys in the middle, they couldn't have escaped that.
There's just nowhere to go on that one. I think Russia got the right idea, jumped wide really, really early when he saw that all kicking off. And I have to say, it was that move that won in the race, really, in the end.
And then if you watch Sutton, Alex, afterwards, his damage was so bad, he's trying to drive it back, and just can't. There's nothing he can do. And he hits the wall, decides he's not going to drive that back. Awful luck for Ashley, who's, like I say, he really has. He's driven well today, and
he closed that gap as well so much in that last race, and again he's going to have to fight back as well. So, but I mean, drivers that perhaps due a bit of luck, I have to say, Rushworth as well after Silverstone and VIR. That's three good races that he's had. Perhaps that different approach, he'll carry that forward for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it earlier on, didn't we, that Jamie needed a result, and we've been talking about it all evening, but he really has pulled it out of the bag today. He's had 2 podium finishes, including a win. Stefan Hoog, I think, has had a very good day.
Yeah, again, another driver, actually, I think he probably deserves, some good, strong results.
He's had a very good day, and so has Katz, actually. So these guys really showing why they're the cream of the crop. We've got a lot of drivers in this series who are capable of finishing in the top 5. These guys are doing it race in, race out, over and over again, and it's just really, this is a really good series, and props to these guys. They're really driving well, and aside from the first lap madness, pretty clean otherwise.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, you're right. It's just those first few laps. Everybody's just trying to get into line more than anything. I think that's the key. Really struggling to do so. But
what Suzuka's like at the start, though, don't you? That's the thing. Is you see it in Formula 1, you see it in other series as well here. Just I think the way those first corners are, because it's quite fast into turn 1, isn't it? Very easy for the bit to be people to get surprised and things to happen.
That's it, exactly that. That sweeping first corner, people just career into there, and then it's where people break on that second one, as you see people a little bit nervous about what others are doing as well. Perhaps break a little bit too early, causes a huge check-up.
I must admit, having never seen an iRacing road course safety car, I've had 2 in one night.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was ace, actually. I kind of think we should throw a few more of those, some competition cautions, just
no,
to turn it up. Don't say it, Alex. But no,
don't say competition anything. No,
but no, actually, it was quite entertaining, and you can tell the guys aren't used to it as well, because the guy sat on the front there, he just leapt away, and everybody else was just snoozing behind. It's like, oh crap.
Well, this is the thing. So if you're at the very back of the field, bear in mind this is a 40-car field. If you're like 30th or something, it can be very, very difficult to see the safety car or see the front of the field anyway. So you have to rely on. I don't know. Do you rely on your teammates? Do you rely on good information from your spotter? It's very, very difficult. But I think the safety car was warranted both times. There was a lot going on, a lot of big incidents.
Most of all, I think we've had 3 epic races again this week. Some of the battles that we've had have just been truly awesome. I am looking forward to the next round, while I'm actually frantically looking for the schedule. Let me just get the positions out of the way, and I'll have a look, see where we are next week.
Suzuka, though, really has.
Ooh, we are Road America.
Everything.
Yeah, we're Road America with the bend as well. So very, very rare do we see that layout. So those of you that don't know what the bend configuration is, think coming out of the carousel corner, so the long right-hander. Then we've got the kink to the right. Just before that, there's a little bit of the track that sweeps to the left, cuts back to the right, and then rejoins that straight. So that's going to throw it up a little bit. I dare say, actually, that's probably going to open Canada Corner up just a little bit more for these guys to make a little bit of move down on the inside of there.
Maybe so. I think it'd be quite. Yeah, I think the difference. There won't be a lot of difference, but I mean, can you make a move into the bend?
I don't know, actually. It's going to be tricky, potentially. I mean, because obviously it goes left and then quite a tight right, so it could potentially be you get a good run out of the carousel. There's the option to get a move done in there.
Good, I suppose, because the carousel's such a long right-hander that you could definitely, car set up well, definitely have a chance. Well, what can I say about the meeting? It's been fantastic. Who's your driver of the day?
Ooh, I knew you were going to ask that, and that's quite a tough question.
Somebody's going to hate you, because there's been a few good performances today.
I have to say, I'm going to give it to Svidovic, because he was under immense pressure in that first race, and held on to that. And then in the second and third race, he just constantly kept picking up places, was consistent, gained time. He had damage in that third race as well, and still brought that car home. Strong position. In the end, I think he's probably going to have sort of maintained the sort of points advantage that he's had, if not a tiny bit of extension there as well. So, yeah, I think you have to give it to him.
Cool. Well, is that pretty much it for us?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll have to work on interviews and stuff like that for future races. I know Adam's not here, and he's the one that normally just goes, yeah, just go and grab them. So we're a little unsure of who we can pull down and whatnot at the moment, so don't want to grab guys mid-conversation. Yeah. But yeah, we'll sort something out, and we'll ask the guys to get a ready for interview channel, so those that want it will have it. So I'll PM the admins later for that one. It's just
because let's face it, we've got 40 drivers if we can't get someone to talk to. Yeah. We're struggling a bit. No, Alex, mate, thank you very much for joining me tonight. It's been really, really fun. Adam will be back next week, will he, for Road America?
I'm not sure if he is back, actually. Did he say he was away for 2 weeks? I'm not 100% sure. If not, it's us again, isn't it?
Well, you'll enjoy that, because it's Road America.
Yeah, exactly. Great track. I love that place, so yeah. But yeah, if Adam's back, I'll be back on just the camera duty and my, special dice rolling exercise. Hey. So yeah, but yeah, I look forward to that anyway.
All right, thanks very much, mate. Been round 7, 8 and 9 of the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship presented by Engine Oils Direct. I've been Andrew Woodhouse, he's been Alex Simpson. Join us again please next week for Road America. It should be brilliant. We've enjoyed it, hope you have too. And see you next week on BSRTV.